So I think I got to play wild card.
Yeah.
Because douchebag took first round bye.
And I have a first round.
Fuck you.
Tonight.
I'm knocking out the Browns anyway. I'm pissed at them.
Good luck.
It's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
I don't care who I see in the Super Bowl. I'm knocking them out.
Opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Mr. Cocky.
Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Okay, I thought there was
Justin Herbert.
in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver? It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic.
That's a tough goal for you. 2 sacks and a win?
Good coverage there, forced the ball free.
You never know.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Come on, Duggar. Duggar.
Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some
Fourth
trouble.
down
I
at
think
least.
so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. For a lot of people, the MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
From the 36, Jones. Throw left side, complete. That's Henry.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
2nd and 5 now. Jones, touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Herbert on 1st down now. And this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing the out route incomplete. It's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Sacked right around the 17. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across...
He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown. New England. Nelson Aguilar. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Christian Barmore drops it for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. New England trying to get a place on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
I think I made 2 sacks already.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, in our years together, we've never
I wonder if
run into a
I'm going to look as soon as I score and see if he hooked up his PS5 yet. I asked him today. I was like, did you hook it up yet? He's like, nah. I went home and crashed.
They're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Dupree. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first
he's
half.
on it. Now, what's the first game he's going to play on it?
On drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
You know what's funny? Him and
now,
James Halls was talking about Final Fantasy X. James is like, my head's going to explode. He's like, I've been playing that game. It's going to explode.
Number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for in a single year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I told him what you did. I said, my brother said he can face the boss. And he's got 300 hours in. And I was trying to explain what you showed me. And I said, apparently, the emeralds or whatever. And he's like, I don't even want to talk about them. I was like, are they that bad? He's like, I don't want to fucking talk about it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fully understand the magnitude.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Always have the work on. That is the game for you.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They're going to get there. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on.
Sack number 3.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. The Eagles showed flashes this year, but ultimately they were doomed by too many mistakes, though a victory there will end their season at 8-9. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Colin Kaepernick leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there for the Patriots.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a dump off here complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Dupree. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And Herbert has it knocked free, and the Patriots have it. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to this...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 3rd and 2, Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. And this pass passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Patriots get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 155 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll keep it on the ground. Dupree. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Herbert has it knocked free. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On first down, Justin Herbert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Herbert going back to Allen. He's got him again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Herbert back to the air. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Barmore, his second sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Patriots, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they will indeed limp to the finish line, unfortunately, as they close out a 6-11 campaign. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.